Sup, y'all, it's me. So there was this debate going on TikTok for a bit. I'm gonna stop now, but I just want to talk about it. And that's the 100 people versus a gorilla. There was another debate that I'm not gonna really talk about just because I don't want to. And that was an average man versus an average dog. And I'm just gonna say the dog wins like 80% of the time, but that's as much as you're gonna get because I just do not want to talk about that one. Anyways, back to the gorilla one. So I think no matter what way you put it, the 100 people are gonna win against the gorilla like 90% of the time, or like 95% of the time. Sure, there's a chance the gorilla will win, but the people win most of the time, if not all of it. Alright, so to get into it, the average man, and this is all in the US by the way, the average man in the US weighs about 200 pounds, and the average woman weighs about 170, and the average human has a punch of 150 psi and a bite of 162. A silverback gorilla, on the other hand, weighs about 300 pounds to 485 pounds, with bigger gorillas being 500 pounds. They have a grip strength of around 1,300 to 2,700. They have a bite force of 1,300 psi, and they have a punch force of 1,300 to 2,700 psi. So, they're fucking strong. They hit hard. So, a lot of people are going to be screwed. And they can deadlift 1,763 pounds. Okay, so that's pretty much just general information about humans and gorillas. Anyways, in this scenario, it's 100 random people from the US, men, women, no children though, just random people from all around here. And no one gets any weapons unless you make your own in it. But besides that, it's bare-fisted, 100 people versus a gorilla. There's also no prep time, no planning. The people in the gorilla just spawn in and duke it out. I might get into a scenario with strategy later, but for this one right now, it's no strategy, it's just spawn in, fight. There will also be no fear involved, because if there was fear, then the gorilla wins 100% of the time, just because, people will run away and be afraid, so no fear involved. Alright, so to really get into it now, 100 people spawn in, gorilla spawns in. Everyone rushes it. I'm telling you right now, the first 10, 15, 20 people are dead. Just on the spot, straight dead. The gorilla can just grab someone and throw them around, and they are dead. And you heard how strong a gorilla is. If it punches you anywhere, you just can't, you can't use that limb anymore. And if it punches you in the face, you're dead. And if you're not dead, you sure can't fight anymore. Once the gorilla grabs your arm, it's broken, it's gone. You can't use it unless the gorilla does, grab someone by the arm. If it just chooses to throw them back, it's not like the person's gonna not go. They're just gonna go back, be flung wherever they're gonna be flung to, land and die. I also feel like the gorilla could punch the head off someone, but maybe not cleanly, but could probably punch the head off someone straight off the body, just bonk, gone. Or also, let's say that a lot of them also try to pile onto the gorilla. At first, if it's at the beginning, you're not gonna do anything because the gorilla's just gonna move and knock them off. And in that case, I'm sure a couple people are also gonna die to that. And you can't even hold down the gorilla a couple people too, because it's just gonna swing you off. One of the random people could weigh 300 pounds, grab onto its arm all wrapped around, and the gorilla's just gonna swing them off like it's nothing. So to pile onto the gorilla, or even just to try to hold it down, you kind of have to wait until at least half the people are dead, or until it's close to running out of stamina, because stamina is the only advantage we really have against it. Alright, but let's say people are able to somehow hold it down, right? And you try to hit its head. Its bite force, I did say it's 1,300. It's gonna, you try to punch its head, it's probably gonna open its mouth, try to catch your arm, and maybe it's not that smart, but let's say it does, your hand's just gone. Your whole arm is gone. It's demolished. Honestly, I feel like if the gorilla really wanted to, he could just bite the head off a human just to show everyone else to oh yeah, I could do this. You can't really even try to kick the gorilla either, since it would just break your bones. The human femur, strongest bone in the body, right? It takes about 1,700 psi to break. The gorilla's just gonna grab that, snap it in half, and you're done. You can't walk away, you can't run away, you can't do anything. You're just done. And also keep in mind that gorillas are smart too, right? So it's probably gonna know that it is outnumbered because, it'll be obvious, right? So it could also use one of the people kills, one of the first 15 people, 20 people kills. It could probably use one or two of them and just start swinging it around like it's a weapon. And I know I said that you can't use weapons, but also did say that unless you make them in this area. And that is a weapon that is in the area that he made. So the gorilla could just start swinging around humans like a club. And I'm thinking about it now, the person doesn't even have to be dead. He could just grab a live human that's attacking him and just start swinging it around. I feel like a more accurate description of the way it's gonna be a mace. Just because I'm sure at some point it's gonna get all floppy, right? It's wherever it's grabbing is probably gonna be the stiffest part. So the rest of the body is probably just gonna be all floppy. And when it swings, it's gonna also get a bunch of kinetic energy, because how it's swinging it, it's gonna hurt even more and kill more people. Plus, the person that it's using as the weapon is gone. Also though, humans can start picking up the dead bones from, you know, their fallen comrades, right? And let's say it's a bone that's cut, like that was broken at just right angle, so it's sharp. Then they could use that, like arms and legs, as, you know, a weapon too, as like spears or knives, sort of. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention they could also use these bones as clubs. So when it's like the last couple people, they could just go and start stabbing it, right? And I know I've said all this, pretty much just gassing up the gorilla, right? So it's like, how could humans possibly win? I mean, you know, if you're not dumb, you probably know why. But stamina, because like the gorilla is going to get tired. Like after the first few humans, it's gonna be tired, and like you send in like a couple more there, it's gonna be going, it's gonna be moving slow, it's not gonna be do anything. And the last humans, or the last couple humans, can go ahead, start punching it, killing it, and you know, it's just gone. It's just, I said killing it, but it'll be dead by the time like it's over, right? And I don't know, maybe like I was thinking at first, I was thinking there's gonna be a lot less humans alive, like 10, 15, but I feel now probably 30, 40 humans are actually gonna be alive at the end of this, because like, you know, 100 people is a lot. 100 people is a lot, right? The gorilla's not gonna take it all out. And also, if humans do what I said, right, and use the, like, their dead comrades' bodies as weapons, like, you know, like get a bone that's like that was broken in a specific way to be sharp as a weapon, it even more probably gonna survive, since, you know, we're gonna have those weapons and just punch it. No, I mean stab it, hit it, just do that. So the gorilla is for sure dead, right? And that's just going in with no plan, freeballing the fight. You're just going there like bloodlusted, trying to kill it. So yeah, humans win easily, right? And now let's say there's strategy, right? You go and you have time, or like you spawn in, you see the opponent, and it's like, oh yeah, you guys have like X amount of, like 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You have a certain amount of, I say I'll give it like an hour. You have an hour to think of a plan, right? The gorilla is probably gonna look over and be like, oh damn, like I'm outnumbered. And since I said there's no fear involved, you know, it's probably just gonna be thinking, all right, what's the quickest way I could take out the most of them? So the gorilla's probably gonna see humans, be like, all right, I could just swing that around, and that's gonna be like its main thing, right? Humans though, what you gotta do is send people in to die first. Send in like 10, 15 people first. Go and try to do some damage to it, right? And like I said, it's strategy, right? You have to go for the weak points, right? You have to gouge out its eyes. If it can't see you, it can't hurt you. I mean, it can, but you know, it's gonna be less likely to actually hit you. So send in the first couple humans and just try to do some damage to it. Maybe just have them die to wear it out. Either way, it works. And then after that, right, what you gotta do is this. You either send another group and try to have them pick up bones as weapons to use against the gorilla, right? This is second group. I think another maybe like 10, 15 people, because that's what. If I said, if it's 10 people first, it's 20 gone. 15 people first, 30 gone. Okay, so let's say you send 15, right? So this second group is also 15. They could have weapons now. And I'm sure like at least half of these ones are gonna die. Maybe injured, but at least half of them are gonna die for sure, right? And I need to clarify, the other half is gonna be injured, not dead, but for sure be injured in some capacity, right? So you have that so far. First group went in just to die, to wear it out, and maybe gouge out its eyes or hit some other weak point. So second group went in to wear it out. Half died, the other half lost a limb or two. I don't know, but they could still be useful. And I think by this point, the gorilla's going to be a bit more tired, so it might have put down the weapon. Or actually, no, I think if it is more tired, it probably will still have the weapon. But I think it won't be able to swing it as much. I'm sure it will still be able to grab you, so that could be a problem. But it just won't be able to swing the weapon as much. Alright, next up, group 3, right? I'm going to send in 20 just to try, you know, to hit its knees, to hit its ankles, right? And to try to get the weapon out of its hand, right? And I feel like in this, right, like if it's blindly swinging around, right, like if it could still swing, I think half of the people are gonna die. So I know that's another 10 gone, right? Because it's probably gonna hit some people with the weapon, and then the other half is probably gonna grab it and break their bones, right? So that's just 10 gone there. And the other half, you know, they're also injured, but hopefully they've worn it down and gone at least one knee, right? Let's just say that the other, you know, that these 10 are out of commission just because they're hurt, right? So now after all this, after all these teams, there's like 50 people left. Because, you know, there's 67, but the 17 are injured, so they're most likely out of commission unless, you know, they still want to go in, right? And I say at this point, you have two possible plays. You either A, send in 40 people and have 10 extra just to spare, or, you know, strategizers, right? Or B, just send everybody in. Because regardless of the scenario, people are winning, right? Now I feel like there's enough bones so that everybody could have their own makeshift weapon. So now we just, you know, increased everybody's capabilities, their clean power by a significant amount, right? And so now pretty much you just gotta go in and get through their knee, still stays on the ground, and just start hitting it, like stab it with the bone, just keep punching it, hitting it, kicking it, doing whatever. And hopefully its eyes are gouged out. I'm assuming they are, because if they aren't, that's another like what, 5-10 people dead. Most likely 5, like 10 is highly unlikely, but like another 5 people are dead. But you know, at this point, just keep hitting it, stabbing it, just keep doing whatever. Like at this point, like everyone could just pile on it and just keep on attacking it however way they want. So that's how we beat it. We just send in groups to wear it down over time, so that at the end of it, you could just have one big pile and you rush it and just kill it. And if by sheer chance, super unlucky, you send in 40 people and 20 of them are dead and the other 20 are out of commission, you still got the last 10 people. And by this point, the gorilla's gonna be so worn out. These last 10 people are gonna do the job. The same thing, just get the bones from people, make it sharp, have like a femur, use it as a club, just that, and just start bashing it in. Just start stabbing it, and the humans win. So yeah, humans are gonna win against a gorilla 95 to 100% of the time. And honestly 95 because I'm sure there is a super slim chance that the gorilla will win one time out of however many times, but I'm sure like 95, hell, 99% of the time, humans win on the spot. Humans win. But you know, if there is fear involved, I feel like the humans are gonna give up pretty easily just after the first, like, I don't know, 20 people, just because they're gonna be like, oh, they've got mauled, and that's gonna happen to me. I'm running. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Humans win, gorilla loses, and I'm not wrong. And also, if you really want to stick to the no weapons thing, then you can. It'll be the same outcome, except that, you know, more people are gonna die. Maybe this time it's gonna only actually be 30 or 20 people that survive, since there's no, like, you know, you can't use the bones as knives or clubs or anything. So yeah, so regardless of what you do, humans still win. And I guess just let me know if you think I'm wrong, because I've seen some people ride or die for the gorilla. So let me know if you're one of those people and why. So yeah, that's pretty much it though. Goodbye.